Well, the United Nations Children's Agency has confirmed that up to 67 million children have missed some or all of their routine vaccinations due to COVID lockdowns and disruption caused by the pandemic. UNICEF confirmed that vaccine coverage has fallen in more than 100 countries. Confidence in childhood immunizations has fallen by more than a third in South Korea, Ghana, Senegal, and Japan, and a team of academics found that vaccine hesitancy in general was becoming more pronounced in certain groups, including women and the under 35s. UNICEF believes increased misinformation during the pandemic could be to blame. Last year, the number of measles cases was twice what it was the previous year, while the children paralyzed by polio also rose by 15 or 16%, I should say. Arise correspondent Lape Olarinoye has been monitoring developments for us, and she joins us now from London for more. Lape, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on Newsday. Now, what are the factors causing the decline in vaccinations?
Well, since the pandemic arose in 2020, there have been a number of factors. The main one is, of course, people's attitudes towards vaccinations have changed significantly. This has been contributed as a result of conspiracy theories, as a result of the COVID-19 vaccine, which has changed the attitudes people have towards vaccinations. I mean, in addition to that as well, there's also economic instability in parts of the world. There have been a series of natural disasters and climate changes that are happening, that are hampering parents, especially, from allowing their children to go for these routine vaccinations, as well as a host of other reasons. But those are the three main factors causing this huge decline in the number of children who are able to go for routine vaccinations and are uptaking vaccinations as well. As you can imagine, this is quite damning, especially for UNICEF, who some of their purpose, or one of their sole purposes, is to essentially make sure that children are healthy around the world and children have a better chance at life. And this report is specifically focusing on the number of children who have been badly affected by the lack of vaccine uptakes. Southeast Asia, as well as Africa, are the hotspots for this. And those factors that I mentioned earlier have been largely impacted in these regions. Children who could have vaccines that are can easily combat illnesses that could give them a longer life are unable to get those vaccines. And as a result, there's been an increase in the amount of measles infections going around as well, and also a 5% decline in the number of children that are taking vaccines.
So what effects is this having on children's health globally, Lape?
Well, I think the main thing is that many children who did not necessarily have a chance at a long life, that's worsened that outlook now. For many children who could have easily had issues, illnesses, preventable diseases, out of the way, are now having to battle with that idea. And we've seen that in the report, where it says that measles has gone up, diphtheria is also going up, as well as cholera and the likes. And for that reason, children are living with diseases that essentially can kill them, polio being one of them as well. So these are the aftermaths and the huge effect that this can have on some of the most vulnerable children around the world. Their livelihoods, the chance that they have at having a healthy life is declining because of factors that essentially could be avoided, particularly that one of people's attitudes towards vaccinations. In an age and era of social media where there's a lot of misinformation, there's a lot of bias online, parents can be influenced by what they see online. And as a result of that is affecting children who essentially don't have a choice as to whether or not they take these vaccines.
Well, thank you so much, Arise correspondent Lape Olarinoye. We appreciate your time here on Newsday, as always.